Hey guys, what's up? I finally got my hands on
We won't
Destiny.
survive long out in the open.
Saturday
Let's get inside the
it
walls.
came in the mail, and I started playing a little bit when I had some free time. I got a hunter up to level 10, and I figured, well, you know what? Let me try a warlock for a little bit, see what happens, and that's what you're watching here. But so
Okay, I need
far,
to find you a weapon before the Fallen find us.
I'm enjoying the game. Now, first, let me say is with the holiday season
Quiet. They're right
and
above
bills
us.
and everything, I haven't had money to pay for a PlayStation Plus subscription yet. And since I had one in the past, I can't use the free month that comes with Destiny. Uh, so if you don't have a PlayStation Plus subscription or never had one, maybe I'll
Thank
do a
Fallen Driver.
thing, give
We
out the
will.
code
We
to a
need more
subscriber or
men.
something. But
I'll see what I can do.
at any rate, so all my experience with Destiny so far has basically been like the single player content.
Another one of these fertilizer systems.
And from what I can tell, other than being locked out of some of the activities and some of the weapons because you have to complete the activities to get them. It seems like it's pretty full-bodied. Now, mind you, I do plan on getting a PlayStation Plus subscription so I can do strikes and raids with my friends and stuff
Here, I found a
once
rifle.
we all
Grab
hit
it.
about the same level. Most of them are ahead of me, and I have some friends that want to play the game that actually don't even have a PlayStation 4 yet.
I hope you know how to
But
use
so
that
far,
thing.
uh, I made it all the way through Old Russia. I did some
What was
patrols,
that?
and I think I'm like 2 or 3 missions in on the moon with my hunter. Now, I gotta say, so far I'm having fun with it. The story isn't. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I just missed something, but it just seemed like the whole section on Earth just like abruptly ended, and then it was like you're out of missions and you go to the moon. I don't know. I know if you want to know more about the story, you got to read the Grimoire online and everything like that, but uh, it's pretty bare bones. I would like a little bit more, but it doesn't detract from my overall experience with the game because the gameplay and the gunplay is so strong, and it's very instantly recognizable if you've played Halo. It definitely has that Bungie feel to it, which I like. It's
There's more
familiar,
ahead.
and
Keep
they
it up.
basically refined everything that they had started with the Halo games. The powers so far are pretty cool, but it's funny because the grenades very much remind me of Halo, at least the hunter's grenades, just the
Loot
way
cache.
they
Let's see what's
the
inside.
way they arc and stuff. It just very much is reminiscent of the plasma grenades. Even down to the enemies. The enemies remind me a lot of the Covenant, sort of in their behavior, but mainly in the fact that they're just like this
Trip
hodgepodge
mines.
of alien
Don't
species.
touch them.
One thing I'm not crazy on is the thralls from the Hive. Reminds me of one of my least favorite things about Halo, being the Flood. But not nearly as annoying, I don't think. But still kind of a pain in the ass. But so far, you know, I've died a few times, mostly by my own mistakes. I ventured too far out of bounds and plummeted to my death, or tried to climb something I couldn't climb. Because one thing about a game like this, I like exploring, which it's kind of a problem in this game because you can. I think I was doing patrols, and where you spawn in, there's like this worn down little shack type of thing, and I went into it and went downstairs, and I come around the corner and there's disciples of Crota down there that are way over my level, to the point where one shot stripped my shield and the second shot killed me. So that kind of made me leery about exploring a little bit, but once I got the hang of the map and the area in general, I felt a little bit more comfortable with Old Russia. Now, it does kind of irk me a little bit that the area is so expansive that every time you spawn in to do a story mission, you spawn in basically the same place. And I don't understand that. Because it just kind of feels like artificial inflation. Like it's taking you longer to get to your next objective because you have to go further. But at the same time, I stop and clear out enemy encampments and gain some experience and possibly find some loot. So it balances out, you know.
Let's hope there's something left out there.
So I can't really say that that's a huge negative so far. I may change my mind further on, but you know, it is what it is. It feels like leveling is pretty quick so far, at least 1 through 10. Now I know once you get to 20, you have to have the light and all that stuff, but just the few hours, well, I don't want to say few, I'm not sure how many hours I put into my hunter so far, but from Saturday to today, which is Sunday, getting my hunter up to level 10, I don't know if that's quick progress or not, but it feels faster than other games in this style that I've played. Now you'll see in this video I do a couple dumb things because I'm used to playing as the hunter. Like, I tried to throw my knife, forgetting that I didn't have a knife to throw, and I couldn't double jump. So I kind of got into the habit of the skills that I had as my hunter, and then not having them kind of fuck with me a little bit. That's typical of most games that have multiple classes. You get used to, or at least I get used to something, and then when I try a new class, I go to do it a couple times, I'm like, oh fuck, you know. But I'm gonna try all the classes. I'll probably get them all to like the 10, 15, somewhere in there, before I make a final decision on who I'm gonna stick with. I'm probably, if I had to say right now, I'm probably gonna stick with the hunter, because it seemed the most tailored to my playstyle. But also the warlock I could see maybe being a good fit too. I don't know. The Titan just seems like the general, like, space marine quotes type of character. You just run and gun and you're basically a big badass. I don't know. I'm not gonna judge it yet until I play it. But you know, we'll see how it goes. Now there's plenty of guides out there that people have already done, and since the game's been out since what, August. So I probably won't. I'm not going to be doing guide videos. Basically, it's just going to be a series of videos on my thoughts and opinions on the game as I progress through it. Kind of like, I think I'm going to call it my Destiny diary. Oh, you know, speaking, or now that he's talking, it reminded me to talk about this. I seen a lot of people kind of gave some flack to Peter Dinklage, saying he feels like the way his lines are delivered that he kind of comes across as disinterested, or he's like phoning it in. Now, I don't know what they were like in the beta or the alpha, which is where a lot of that started from. But I didn't think he was too bad, because really, the voice he's doing is an AI, so I can't really say that it doesn't fit. It does sound kind of emotionless, but I don't think it sounds as bad as maybe my preconceived notion as to what he was gonna sound like.
Clear him out.
I thought he was all right. There's a lot of big names too. I was surprised at the amount of voices I recognized. Bill Nighy is the speaker. Gina Torres, most people probably remember her from Firefly. She was on the first season of Hannibal as Jack Crawford's wife. Ironically, she's married to Lawrence Fishburne in real life too. She's the Warlock Vanguard. The Hunter Vanguard is Nathan Fillion, which I thought was pretty fucking cool. The future War Cult merchant is, I'm gonna butcher her name, is Shora Dashlu? I don't know. She was in Mass Effect 2 and one of the X-Men movies. Claudia Black's in it. Grey Delisle. Matthew Mercer. John DiMaggio, Bender, and he was the voice of Marcus Phoenix. He's the gunsmith. Fred Tatasciore, my bad. Fred Tatasciore is Xur, or Xur. I think that's all that I could remember off the top of my head. I heard a couple other ones here and there that I recognized, like I thought I heard Courtney Taylor's voice. I thought I heard Lauren Cohen too, but I can't be 100% sure. But so far, I mean, like I said, I mean the story's sort of lacking, but the gameplay and the world itself make up for it. Now, one thing I thought, not having a PlayStation Plus subscription, I thought maybe it would cut me off from all online elements of the game, but it doesn't, because when I was doing patrols, I would come across other players. There was a couple like world events that we could sort of help each other out on. Not that I'm like, I don't know what the game scales like, if you know, a lot of these people were like 25, 29, 30, so I don't know if the enemies they're fighting are scaled to their level and then my game scaled to my level, or if they're just mowing through like level 6 or 7 enemies. But that's cool because it makes the world feel alive. But at the same time, if you just kind of want to fart around by yourself, you really can't. But it's not intrusive, if you know what I mean. Like, I kind of feel bad. There was one dude, he left me one of the, I don't know if it's, I think it's part of the whole Dark Below expansion. I don't know if it was in the base game or not, but there's like a sword relic you can wield and fucking smash some shit with, and he kept leaving it, I guess for me to use, and I picked it up, and then I accidentally hit the button to wave, so I waved and completely wasted the fucking relic, which I kind of felt bad about, but I look forward to seeing what opens up once I get my Plus subscription. I'd like to try out the Crucible, and I want to do strikes with my friends and stuff like that. I don't know how much Crucible I'm going to do. I'm not a huge competitive guy. I'm more of a co-op person, but we'll see. So far, though, you know, overall, my impressions of the game are pretty good. It's not perfect, but I think the game suffered from, it was overhyped to the point that when it came out, I don't think there was any way it could possibly live up to the amount of hype that was surrounding it. But it's fun. Now, the only one thing I will say is it's supposed to be kind of like, you know, like a looter shooter. You cannot go into this game expecting it to be like Borderlands, which I didn't, probably because the game's been out for a while, so I kind of knew what to expect going into it. And that's both a good thing and a bad thing, because it doesn't feel, you're not fatigued if you've played a lot of Borderlands, but at the same time, I don't know if the loot system feels as rewarding as Borderlands does at times. But at the same time, when you do get something in Destiny, you're excited. Usually 9 times out of 10 it's an upgrade, and you can make use of it in some way, shape, or form so far. But you know, we'll see how it goes from here on out. The major downfall about this game, though, is everything takes forever to get to, as far as loading. Like, if you're leaving the tower, if you finish a mission and you want to go to the tower, you have to sit through a load screen. When you're done at the tower and you want to go back to Earth, you have to sit through a load screen. And they're just so long. So long. I mean, I can foresee myself probably dying in this game because I'll come home, I'll sit down, the load screen will come up, and I'll probably fall asleep while the load screen's up, and then get eradicated once I load into the world. But you know, it is what it is. One thing I thought was kind of weird though is the way the user interface works. You get this like little circle on your screen that you move around with the left stick to highlight what you want to, like if you want to pick a weapon or a piece of armor, if you even when you're selecting your character, like what character you want. I thought that was kind of an odd choice because it almost feels like a wannabe mouse pointer. And as of right now, this game's not coming to PC, but it almost feels like they built it with using a mouse and keyboard in mind at times because just the way you scroll that around, as you can see here, it feels like it should be a mouse pointer. Like I don't understand why it wasn't a why that's even there. Like why wouldn't it just start on a section like whatever square, highlight that square, and then you use like the directional pad. Like what? I don't understand why what the design decision behind that was. I don't know if it necessarily feels faster than it would using the stick to just go right, left, up, and down from square to square, Uh, but that's just me. That's just something, like I said, I thought that was kind of odd. But I'm really enjoying it, and I'm going to be playing some more of it. I'm going to finish some of the other stuff I got going on first before hopefully I get too involved in it. Um, but it is what it is. I'm liking it, and as I get a little bit deeper, I'll make another video talking about how I feel about it. All right? But until then, I would like to thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Also, any subscribers that are PlayStation 4 people that have this game and want to play, let me know, and I'll expedite getting a PlayStation Plus subscription. All right. Anyways, like I said, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.